there's a homeless guy. Do you have any money for this? I was like, dude, I'm 30K in debt. What do you want me to do?
I need money too. I was about to sit out here with you.
We just finished filming some reactions, and we're talking about concept that I think we've said here and there, but I was just thinking it was too funny that I wanted to talk about on the podcast because we were about to go into it for like a minute. But Rhino suggested that, I'm sure people have thought of it too, that there should be an island where all the terrorists, murderers, pedos, R-words,
All the bad people in the world.
the worst of worst human beings, just throw them on an island and just let them have a society and stay there. Like, why keep them in the prisons? Why we spend all the money keeping them in the asylums? Like, keep them on an island. And then you were saying, like, imagine you made a movie out of that.
I think I like it as a movie. I think it's probably more tangible as a movie concept or a nice, funny script, or it would probably be more of a horror movie or a thriller. But that concept, I have really just been thinking about for so long.
And like, what part of the world would you do that? And would you do it where you were saying that maybe the whole island's just surrounded by alligators?
Yeah, you gotta make
Like, you really don't want them to, like, what if they just want to swim or bathe in the ocean? Like, no, they'll figure it out. And then Rob was saying, like, maybe it's in a jungle.
Yeah,
So,
jungle.
like, would you want there to be other life there, or like other animals, or no, it should be just the humans there and see how they go about what that life would look like.
Now, granted, there's a lot of terrible people, so I don't know how many people would be on this island.
Or there's multiple islands.
Yeah, how big is this island?
It would need to fit millions of people.
Yeah.
There's millions of them, and there's only more by the second that are popping up. But
But you would do a mix, though. You wouldn't have like just a murderer.
no, it would be all the worst people, which is sort of the fun aspect of it. But
They turn it into like the best tourist spot. Like, it's like lit to go there.
but
Like the murderers, like they like, yeah, we over here. They like, everybody gets along, and you just hang out with your freaks.
yeah, people would definitely make like little cliques or whatever or subgroups. But I think they would also off each other at probably an alarming rate. So
Because knowing the people they are, they're like bound to do something criminal.
yeah, you put the Jeffrey Dahmer type person on that bitch. All right, bro.
He's plotting.
Do your thing, brother. And guess what? They're gonna be coming for you too. Like,
Okay, let's think logistics here. How do these people get to the island? Is it like some sort of Fortnite airplane shuttle and then they drop them off?
It's got to be like the same way. I don't know how they get the big silverback gorilla in the zoo in LA. I feel like you got to like tranquilize them, or you got to like lights out real quick. Maybe you have like a tank, or not a tank, I don't know, but some type of strong vehicle where you just get in or
It's
fly
almost like
in.
a Squid Games thing in a way.
Exactly.
where-
and you know what? See, this is where it gets tricky. I agree with that. Tranquilize, bring on massive cargo ships in the tens of thousands.
So almost like via water, yeah.
via water, boom, and then chuck them off onto the island.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna have all the islanders revolting, because we don't have any personnel working on the island who can like.
Yeah, they just wake up on the island, right? Once the tranquilizer sort of wears off.
I'm just worried for an attack on when the people get shipped off, when they get dropped off. People attacking the cargo ship.
Yeah, because you could do your first couple rounds while you're making the thing new, but at one point it's going to get filled up with a whole bunch of visitors, and they're going to be waiting. They're going to hear the siren. Their senses are going to be accustomed to, I see it.
That's why it's got to be unreachable.
Plane,
The plane, and
And then do you
parachute
just
them.
drop, just
Parachute. Everyone gets a parachute.
or there's like an underground tunnel where they just pop out, like they get sucked through and popped out.
or there has to be some type of base that we create, and you like fly them on top, and then you safely get them to, then the door opens and you get out there and then you close it. I think we'd have to almost create some type of base if we were there to go check on them or do some crazy experiment. It's like, we're going to see what does life look like after being here for 2 years. Let's bring them in. So there might have to be some type of base that we have there for the normal humans. So there might have to be some type of employee, I think.
Because I just know that would get overrun in a second. Psychopaths, unless it was super blocked off some way, but that's kind of tricky.
Yeah, it's like airplane and then parachute, drop them off in a box or something.
And then like beyond it being a film, one of y'all said, what if there was just 24/7 surveillance cameras around the whole place? So you could just kind of tune in.
It's entertainment.
That's like something you have to pay for. That can't be no free channel. Like that's if you want to go on, I wouldn't even say the dark web, but what if there was a website or a platform where, yeah, you could pay, but you can just watch this?
It would be entertaining to see what they do and how they start like.
I was thinking like,
Living.
do you start doing like propaganda classes in health class when you're like in 4th, 5th grade? Like, just know, you know how they have dare for the kids, like don't do the drugs, like don't be bad, don't kill.
You don't want to end up on
Psycho Island.
Psycho Island. Dun dun dun.
And people, I've heard things like making harsher punishments doesn't deter criminals from doing those sort of things. And you know what? So be it. Even if they don't even know that the island exists when they commit the crime. Now, granted, I do think that people should be made aware of it. I think that could deter some people. But yeah, I say just like let them. Oh, you want to make these crazy
Yeah.
terroristic
It
bombs?
deters them from doing nothing more.
All right, guys, quick intermission. I want to tell you guys about the shirt that I'm wearing right now, my True Classic t-shirt. Whether I'm chilling on the couch, on a business Zoom call, True Classic is my go-to. It always looks good and it feels even better.
True Classic makes premium, comfortable clothes without a crazy price tag. And guess what? It's working.
They've sold over 25 million shirts to over 5 million guys with 200,000 plus reviews.
Whoa.
The fit and feel, it's always on point. True Classic shirts are tailored where they should be and relaxed where they need to be.
Hey.
That means a nice fit up top with room to breathe. Look at that. Look at the breathe on that.
The shirts do not have that weird bunching or stiff feel to them. The material and fabric is butter soft. It's silky smooth. I mean, honestly, once you buy one, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
The guys just put me on a True Classic. I feel like this stuff could go with any fit. So now my closet's just full of True Classic, baby.
And guys, they just launched a new product line with jeans, polos, and even hoodies. Basically what you need to fill up your whole wardrobe. It's like they knew I needed jeans to match my shirts. And the best part about all this is the price. True Classic gives you top shelf quality without draining your wallet.
So do yourself a favor and skip the overpriced designer brands and throwaway shirts. You can find True Classic on Amazon, Target, Costco, and even Sam's Club.
Or go to trueclassic.com/spark to get yours directly right now. And don't forget to use this discount code to save a little bit more at checkout.
Trust me, you're gonna feel the difference. Upgrade your wardrobe at trueclassic.com/spark and you'll thank me later.
All right, back to the show. Now, what age are we considering crazy? What if you were 6 years old like Michael Myers and he murdered and stabbed his sister that was babysitting him as a kid?
You're getting dropped.
The 6-year-old.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, let's say the 14-year-old that committed a mass whatever. Are you just sending? Do you care about the age?
No, not really.
Damn.
Yeah, he got that killer blood. It's in his blood.
It's because it's already an inhumane thing, which is why, like you were saying, people that commit murders are able to not get the death penalty and they get to just actually live and fed for the rest of their remainder of their life. Yeah, if you're 14 or 6, sorry, bro, you get dropped off with the killers and the creeps, the crazies.
Yeah, get him now before it gets any worse, honestly.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, Dan, I wonder how bad that could get for the younger people. Like, they'd be outpowered.
And then I think there's a regular prison for the whatever criminal offenses of whether it be drugs or whatever thing, non-violent crimes. But any ones that are violent, see ya. There's no place for that in our society.
And then I wonder if, like, the leader of their president is somebody you wouldn't even expect. Like, what if it's not the most terrifying person? It's like one that you wouldn't even think. But that person just is better to communicate or can speak.
That actually works better for the movie. It's someone you don't expect. It's like some small pipsqueak sort of guy, but he's like the ruler of the island.
Yeah, and you got to add, like, the dude that got wrongfully accused and he gets dropped off there and he's like, yo!
Like, I'm not supposed to be here.
And he's just in survival mode. Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe the movie's following his journey to get out of there.
Yeah, that's it.
oof. But he didn't even know there was a thing that existed. He's just like sleeping in your house. The
He
police
woke up.
barge in. Yo, you're arrested for killing the blah, and you're like, huh, what, huh? And then you just get sent there, or you're in the courtroom. All right, Mr. Burton, you're getting sent to Psycho Island.
Ah,
Boom.
shit.
You're like, what? And then you just go there.
You just wake up there?
You had no idea what this was. How many people do you think would act crazy just to go there? I feel like there'd be one dumb YouTuber that's like, I'm gonna get sentenced to go there and make a video.
24 hours in Psycho Island.
Yeah, then you just never come back.
No, but no one wants to go to Psycho Island, though, because it's like that bad.
And if one gets so overpopulated, do you just keep putting them there and like let the island
Yeah.
get overpopulated? So some are gonna automatically, you're gonna have to get pushed into the waters or sacrificed, or do you birth more? Because it's like, I feel like there is money that could be made off these people.
That's another interesting thing. Do you have probably you might need multiple islands, or you could do a situation where there's one island and I don't care if it gets populated.
Yeah, it's
Y'all
been-
gonna need to figure that out.
This has been established for 50 years, and now it's a problem because too many millions of people are stuck here, and it can only fit 100,000 people.
Well, we only got this much food.
It's part of the experience of being on the island. It's like figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't murder anyone next time.
Yeah.
And well, there will be no next time. But I'm just trying to keep the peace. Actually,
Are you giving them any resources to start
Nope.
the society?
they get a forest, which you could probably do a lot with. But they'd be
That
making
means there has to
weapons.
be animals there then, right, for them to hunt? 'Cause how are you even going to get a burger or a steak, even if you're eating it raw? Like, how are you going to get your protein?
Well, they would wipe out any population of any animal very quickly. I think they'd probably start eating each other at a certain point.
So you think it'd be a thing where it's like obviously the lifespan of a fly, I've heard was 2 days or 2 weeks. I forget. I forgot. It's a really short lifespan. So yeah, you go there with no food, and then you're bound to catch a disease or eat somebody and just die.
That is probably the most likely scenario for most people that get dropped
Like,
off from that.
were you thinking, oh, especially if it's a movie, there's a guy that's there for 100 years, and he somehow one survived, he played it like chess, but also ate properly, or somehow, or are you thinking it's like you go to the island knowing I probably got a week, I probably have 4 days, but yeah, there's so many people coming in and out.
Yeah, it would be an absolute nightmare.
What would be the
and-
lifespan of a psycho island?
And it would be cool if there was like consequences for every bad thing you did, right? So it's like you have to fight the urge to do something criminal when it's like you have all these worse circumstances where you want to steal from someone or you want to kill someone, but when you do that, maybe you lose a finger or you get tortured as you go. So it's like you kind of want to not do anything bad, but you kind of need to survive. That could be a different twist on it.
There's different angles that you could go about doing it in terms of movie.
But I kind of like the free for all aspect. Like just whatever happens.
But because then I was thinking, then we do a food drop every
Little
week,
care package.
week or so. But I don't know if you've seen the movie the Platform. It's
I
on
have.
on Netflix. Yeah, really, that's probably one of the coolest films
It's
I've
like
ever
the
seen.
levels of food, right? Or
Yeah,
something?
and it's anyone who's not watched that. I believe it's called The Platform. I'm pretty sure that's it. Anyone who's not watched that, one of my top 10 movies of all time. I won't spoil it or anything, but it is a cool concept of maybe 250 floors or something, or nobody even knows how many floors there are, and then a tray of food is packed to the brim.
Are you talking about the
Platform, yeah. And then and then there's prisoners on each level of the tower, and then people they take more food than what they need.
And it sucks because I forgot it, whether it's the top or the bottom, you could get stuck with nothing left over.
Wait, that's what
Yeah.
it is at the bottom. So it's
How
that's
did
probably
they tier them again? What made you be at the top? Was it?
you would wake up randomly and be on a different level.
Oh yeah, that's what it was, huh?
Just on some random shit. It was something deep. The meaning was about capitalism or some shit, whatever.
I forgot how it ended, but I remember people would jump on it and then skip levels too, but you'd have to ruin the food tray and stuff.
Or they'll piss on it from the top floor.
So it's essentially what that island was, but in a weird way.
Yeah, the island would be.
But they were giving them food. This one, yeah, because if we're not giving them any resources, I don't know how long they would last.
Yeah, they get it. They get food every once a week.
But I am surprised there actually hasn't been a full Hollywood movie about that.
Right.
How's nobody not thought about some
There's
crazy
been
idea?
probably different spin-offs of something.
Because the platform is like that, but the island, like you said, with the alligators,
Yeah.
or it's like a Squid Game. You walk past it, you walk into the ocean, you get shot in the head.
It's like a mix of different movies and stuff.
That's actually a decent segue into this brief topic I wanted to bring up. The offenses that wouldn't get you dropped off on an island would be doing drug dealing and whatnot. Something that's still illegal, but not worthy of that sort of punishment. Why am I the only person who doesn't understand drug use? For example, I've heard a lot of conversations from people, I'll be at a LA party or whatever. It is so prevalent, people's drug use of different types of substances. And I'm like, aren't y'all scared that something would happen to you when you hear about, I'm doing this certain substance, but then I hear about, that's being laced with XYZ and that can off you in 2 seconds. How are you so confident?
Yep.
Not that I would ever do drugs, but I'm like, how are y'all so?
I think people are obviously so easy to be convinced. They'll agree to something that is stupid. I mean, the fact that I just read on the news today, there was 4 softball teammates that all overdosed on ketamine, and they were late 20s, so it wasn't like it was children, but they were all found deceased in their apartment. So somebody had the stuff and said, yo, we should all do this. But yeah, look, that same drug could be somebody else's like, oh, I've been doing that. That's like my favorite one to do. So,
And everyone's body reacts differently. So it's like, that's what scares me too. It's like, how do I know how I'm going to react if I do that? You know what I mean? Like,
and if have you guys seen the Charlie Sheen documentary?
I was in the middle of watching it.
Okay, so you should watch the whole thing or part 2, that's second episode. He had all of his friends that had done drugs their whole life, and they said, I've never met somebody that's done this amount of drugs and is still alive to this day. Like Charlie Sheen's physiological, like his body composition, however, that doesn't make any sense. He said he would smoke like 7 crack pipes a day and then do this on top of doing this. So like you said, some people probably do it and nothing affects them. But then the wrong person does it, and then they already have some heart condition or lung condition, and yeah, you don't survive that. And then I think some people that, like Charlie Sheen, that can do that, I'm sure he probably, to an extent, like, if I did it again, God forbid he does, like, kind of invincible. I did all that already.
and things like that is what kind of, I think, encourages or inspires people.
Like, you'll be
to
okay,
do
bro.
it.
I did a bump.
Yeah,
You'll be
or
good.
if like a rapper talks about drinking this or doing that, it's like, it almost sounds more okay. Well, if he's rapping about it and he did it, it's like, well, I can at least try without knowing how your body is really going to react to that, or your mind. Then you're addicted, and then your whole life's messed up.
I mean, I think it goes back to the also just escapism. You know, we have people that are drinking
Yeah.
their lives away or eating themselves to death. So, I mean, there are people that are busy that are also doing drugs, but there's probably a lot of people that are super, super bored and got nothing else to do and hate their life. If this alters my reality and makes me feel better than being sober, I think that's where a lot of people do turn to that.
And addiction too, like they wouldn't even know how to answer that. Like, why do they do that? They feel like they need it.
I agree, because if someone does something once and they love it, they love the feeling they get, then they get addicted to it.
Yep.
But I would be so terrified to even, again, like what you said, there are people doing ketamine. I keep hearing that. I keep hearing, I'm speaking to one girl, I did ketamine, this and that. I'm like,
And other people are like, oh, just take a little, though. You can just do a little bit. And so then you do a little bit, and that turns into a lot of it. That turns into sleeping forever. So
like
it's-
you couldn't pay me $100,000 to try inhaling some random cuckoo shit. I also come from this place of, I live such a great life, so I don't want to escape it. And a lot of people live miserable lives that want to escape and want to go to La La Land. But then a lot of people who I hear doing stuff, I'm like, dude, nothing. Like,
Yeah, it
you're
also-
fine, bro. Like, why are you
bored,
wanting to
yeah.
escape?
Yeah, I would say
from
bored,
shit?
and then just a cultural thing. Like you could grow up to, let's say you're just around people smoking weed all day as a kid. Like you probably are prone to doing that. Or you're the person that likes to go to the raves and the clubs, and they're like, bro, you pop the Molly in order to have a good experience. Take this. You're influenced by somebody. But then obviously to get your hands on that, you had to have known that person or your friend of a friend.
It's in your environment, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. And I think there's the money that stuff makes for people that's like off the grid, outside of like your regular job or under the table, and nobody knows that you can make money where the government would. You don't have to report it to the government. I think a lot of people are just down to just sell it, and they don't even care who takes it. And then that's just getting passed. There's people, I feel like, in every state that are just seeing how much money can I make just selling this, not knowing that's now affecting and getting all these people hooked and addicted to it.
Yeah.
And I wonder how many people that sell drugs don't even do the drugs. I'm sure most do, but I wonder the amount that are just selling them. Obviously, the stuff that's probably laced too, and they don't give a flying F.
I'm just surprised at people's bravery. I'm like, y'all are the bravest individuals I've ever seen. Just taking pills. All right, take this. All right.
Yep. I remember Polo G said in some YouTube documentary that I think he took so many something pill. It could have been Xanax or Perks. I don't remember. And like he literally, luckily somebody rushed him to the hospital, but he was about to be out for the count. But it was over like 10 pills or something at one time. Yeah, Charlie Sheen said that he was only doing whatever, maybe it was weed or something, or just cocaine. And then he had a girl come over and said, try crack. And he was like, no. And he said, do it and I'll give you a blowjob. And then he said he got a blowjob while he was doing crack. And he said, dude, it was like some Nirvana, like that was the most crazy experience. And then what happened after that? Oh, he was doing crack insanely out there. And then that girl actually ended up overdosing on something and is passed away. But yeah, imagine you have like a great experience like that because somebody gave it to you and now you're.
Yeah.
But that's how we humans are, like, right? If you like something, you want more of that. So if I like this candy, I'm gonna keep going back to the store and getting the same candy.
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm more concerned about, because people can get addicted to things very easily once
Yeah.
they feel crazy on it. But
You're like drug specifically.
it's just your first time doing it.
I just think about older brothers, friends, environments, mom, dad, around the bad people. You have no parental guidance and you're trying to navigate life yourself, I feel like you're going to run into that.
That's why you got to know what you stand up for and have integrity. So like when peer pressure moments come, it's like, yeah, that's almost like
I feel
when
like-
it happens and when you get peer pressured and then you say, well, what's one time gonna hurt? And then you get addicted.
Yeah, I think peer pressure plus the most easy access, I feel like anywhere at this point. I think a lot of people want to feel accepted, so they're like, if my friends think it's cool, sure, I'll do it too. And at the end of the day, you don't need anybody to accept you. Like, just be yourself.
Do y'all think that peer pressure affected you guys in your adolescent years? High school, middle school?
Probably in certain ways, not in a degenerate way, thankfully. I definitely remember my neighbor at like 11 trying to get me to smoke cigarettes and smoke weed. And I was just like, I don't want to do that. And I felt uncomfortable, but I vividly remember standing down to that. Like, I got offered it over and over. Like, dude, just take it. And I didn't really realize it. I can see it now. Like, now looking at it, that kid was a single mom, no dad in his life, and his older brother was in a lot of trouble. And it's like, I knew that was going on as a kid, but I wasn't, you know, you're not looking at it in a grander picture where, oh, because the mom is kind of cuckoo and she's smoking cigarettes all day, that of course they're lying around the house and of course he would want to do it too. I didn't put those together, but I think I felt that like, things already feel a little rough over there. So don't bring that on to me. It's kind of how I felt. And then speaking of that person, his brother ended up ODing on like meth or something at 20. And I'm like, wow. And those were, and it's like, I saw the little bad things there, but I know, I mean, I definitely
like, where
from
do you even
childhood
get that?
remember being 10 and like two of my older cousins that flew in from out of town and they're just here for Christmas time, like forcing me to smoke weed. And I was just like, dude, I felt really uncomfortable. And I did do it. And I felt really scared that I was gonna be like made fun of or something. So I think that one was different because I was 10, they were like 18. So I had a weird, I should just do it because I'm here and it's late at night. So I've definitely felt for it.
Did Rob have any?
I think I was like pretty straight edge for the most part. Like I didn't start drinking until like I feel like later than other people probably have. I don't think so. I remember joining a fraternity and I was like, yeah, I don't drink. And the guys were like, wait, what? Like, just drink this beer. But then my mind shifted on, I guess, I don't know when I tried it. I know my first try wasn't through peer pressure. I was just because I wanted to. And then I was just like, wait, I'm not straight edge because I'm like, I don't think I'm never going to drink alcohol again. I'm like, but I don't abuse it. So it's like.
And different personality types. You could have
Different
taken that
personality.
first sip and been like, whoa, I need that. Or same, like I could have smoked that joint and been like, oh yeah, I'm about to do this already. I was like, I kind of, because I had got pressured into it, I didn't like that feeling in that scenario where that's why I didn't keep doing it.
And people have different tolerances when it comes to different substances too.
And yeah, and the
So-
way your body reacts to it.
Yeah, so
I
someone
was
could
like,
see someone react to like react crazy with one shot of alcohol, and it's like, well, I took one shot and didn't feel that way, so it's like, okay, well now my perception changes on certain things.
what about Ryan?
I think I've easily been influenced by things, but I've never been peer pressured to do something super unsafe. Like there was always something intrinsically in my brain that was like, I don't like the look or sound of that. So for example, I could see that the new boy is wearing skinny jeans, and to my malleable brain, I'm like, I want to do that because they're doing it. But if someone was like, do this substance or something, I wasn't like, yeah, well, let me try it out. Because I was like, that looks scary to me. Like doing something like that. I just get surprised when I hear like grown adults succumbing to peer pressure, because I'm like, you realize you can just say F no, like you can say that if you want. Well, come on, let me do it or whatever.
I think people do think that, well, what's the worst that's gonna happen? What's one time?
Like,
and somebody's one time could be your last time, which is also
literally
very frightening. Because then you look back and you're like, I mean, yeah, you probably were scared also because you're like, well, where did they get that? And do I trust this person giving me this? Do I really trust this person that much?
Yeah, I see people like smoking cigs. It'll be like a college age kid smoking cigs, and I'm like, I'd be too scared to do like a cigarette because I'd be scared it's gonna make my heart beat too fast or something, and that would terrifies me. But maybe I'm just a baby, and to me, I'm just built different, and that's why I say no to everything because I'm too scared. Most people just don't have that fear. They're just like,
Yeah.
oh
I feel
yeah.
like a lot of people don't care at all. They'll eat a cigarette, like.
I've watched a guy eat a cigarette and tampons and roaches, and that's his whole content.
So hopefully, people don't, especially younger kids, don't succumb to peer
Yep.
pressure. Like
Yep.
if you don't want to do something and it feels wrong, then then don't do it.
I truly think that's what the gut feeling is. That is like our sixth, seventh sense that we all have. Like
It's cooler to just do you know?
I get mad when I even hear about people. Yeah, that's the thing, and these people are trying to tell me, "Come on, Trent, do this." Like, if there was someone around me trying to force me to do some shit, I'd be like,
Well, then, yeah,
that's not my friend. I would never hang out with that person ever again.
that goes beyond then. I think everybody should be like focusing on who do you have around you. Like that is gonna influence you more than even your rational decisions in your head sometimes. Like stay around the right people. Figure that out now, because I've seen people where they've hung around the wrong people from elementary school and that went only downhill after that.
Yep.
Or you could start off being around bad people, but like can you recognize that these people are not, what are we doing here? Are these good people? Are these people making me become a better person? You can quickly change your friend groups and your environment quick. But I would say, especially as a kid, if your one friend is going to choose to do it, but you like them as a person, don't let them force you to do something. Or maybe think about, do I want to be friends with this person if I don't want to do these things that they're constantly doing?
If you say I don't want to do something and someone's like, "Come on, do it," and once or twice, that's not your friend, bro. And that's the bottom line. And if you keep associating with them, well, then that's.
I mean, I met Ryan when he was 10, and I saw this guy also likes to create videos like I do. I want to stay around this person more, and we knew off the jump this isn't a bad thing, and it was a good thing, and it was like cool. So let's keep doing more of this.
Product of your environment. Which environment do you want to be in? How do you want to live?
You're gonna
Are you
be
in it now? If you're not, then but you gotta fix it.
But then it sucks because then that's also going into, if I could tell my younger self something, it would be more confident. But how do you do that when you don't have it? Like, what's a step one to that? I think it's almost, whether you believe in religion or God or not, you almost have to have faith in yourself to just be you just have to like do the work to be, you have to really, I can't even say pretend, you have to like have faith that you can be confident and then go do that to separate yourself or put yourself in better positions.
my closing statement on that would be, whatever preference you have or whatever things you like or don't like, stand 10 toes on your preferences, especially when you're younger. That way you don't get caught up in situations that you don't want to be in. So if it's like, oh, just come in, it'll be all 10 of us sleeping in a hotel room and this and that. If you don't feel comfortable with that, be like, I'm not doing that. And then commit to that.
Because in your head, you know what's right and wrong.
Boom. You know what you want to do.
You know.
Now, I've seen that. Ryan would stand on that. I have very skewed memories, but we would be at like, I guess let's say like the local fair, and we'd be in groups and everybody's going to go on this ride that flips up inside down. And like, I remember Ryan, like, I'm not doing that. And I'm going to stay. Like, I like remember that. And he's still done that. When you could take him to an amusement park when he's 15, 16, he's probably been in groups just to hang out, but I wasn't there, and he was like, yeah, I'm not going on that drop tower, sorry.
Yeah, and then when someone's like, come on, do it, I'll be like, don't even ask me again.
So you can use Ryan as inspiration. I've seen him be 10 toes on the no, that saying no since a child.
And I guess, yeah, it comes easier to me with certain things, but yeah, I hope people do more of that. Like, if you're really saying no to something, like, yeah, don't back down from that. Don't let people like try to persuade you into some shit that in your gut doesn't feel right. This is a question that someone sent to me on Instagram.
Okay.
And it's something I've been thinking about. They say, does it actually matter to think about conspiracy theories, corruption, ideologies, whatever, if you can't change the outcomes of day-to-day life? I mean, life will still be the same unless half the country or world takes a stand. Basically, his question is saying, yeah, is it even worth talking about all these conspiracies and corruption and all this crap if you can't change anything?
See, if I was Sneeko, I think he would say, yeah, you should be talking about it, because he's like, people like to stand behind people in his philosophy that want to talk about the hard conversations. Now I'm going, would he be doing that if he had a big following? So do you think that because we have followers, we have to take a certain stance on things? That's also his opinion, is he wants to stand on that. Me, I do feel like if I can't actually change anything, is it worth my time?
Well, maybe they think they're inching towards an answer of some sort. Aren't conspiracies just unsolved theories? So it's like people think they might solve something, so they got to look deeper into this conspiracy. Or are conspiracies just theories that's been solved, but it could be something else, and that's the conspiracy? Because don't you got to conspire against something to solve something, to figure it out sometimes?
And the way that the media works currently, no one trusts the mainstream news, or no one trusts anything.
It's like, what can you trust even now?
Well, see, the problem is your algorithm is whatever you pay attention to. So if I'm on the left, I'm only going to get left content, which is going to further divide me from any other side. If I'm on the right, I'm only going to get fed more right content, so it's going to divide me from that. So we just have so much division where it's like, yeah, I don't really know.
And then you almost
whose voice is able to,
any other opposing idea already automatically.
Because like I'm hearing too many truths over here. I'm like, yeah, this is y'all facts. Y'all are just wrong. I don't even want to hear yours. This is just right.
It is crazy seeing absolutely anything could happen, and there's going to be multiple conspiracy theories about it. Mm-hmm. So something very blatant and simple could happen, and then, well, I don't know, it looked fishy to me the way that this and that. Mm-hmm. And then to answer the question, I do like to stay informed on certain theories, and I'd be like, that does seem a little fishy, but I don't actually occupy hours of my day to that. I'll watch it on some like, yeah, that does seem a little
the
off.
Shane Dawson videos are entertaining. I'll watch those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I view it almost like an entertainment standpoint, not as like if only they knew what was happening. Because I'm gonna be honest, it's not worth my time and effort to do that. I'm not trying to save the world personally.
Because then I would have to spend. I'm saying it's not worth my effort because I don't want to spend all the time to educate myself on it so in depth to then debate somebody about it. So now am I just a bad person for not wanting to do that?
People also use that as a form of escapism, is going deep into conspiracy theories and, well, did you know that this happened and this? And then I don't know, it didn't add up the way that.
It's a culture. People almost wait for conspiracies. Like when something happens, like, oh, I can't wait to hear the conspiracy theories on this.
That's easier than like dealing with your day job and like doing your laundry. It's so much more fun to talk about. I don't know. I saw the clip of this and that. I don't know if you've seen that one too, but it's looking real sus.
Yeah, it's something to talk about at work or with your friends.
But then, people are fascinated by different things. So yeah, they just want to go full immersed and be all in on that.
And people will believe whatever they want to believe in. So if they like the story, like they like the conspiracy theory, you know what? I want to believe that theory, and they will.
I mean, you're going to get mad at the guy that just collects and watches movies all day, and his whole house is just movie novelties and just DVDs or VHSs. And it's like, dude, do you know what's really going on right now in the world? You're over here talking about a film. Like, you know the people that even control Hollywood? Do you know actually how bad they are? And it's like, well, that guy chose to spend his life being a movie review critic from his bedroom and just post it on YouTube and TikTok. So then when I see something like that, I'm like, hey, if that guy is just going to spend all the time doing the stuff that he loves, I'd rather just spend the time doing the stuff I can love and whatever I can control. That's just how I feel.
I would actually like to talk to some multiple super deep conspiracy theorist type people who are really into that and question them and be like, okay, so this is the thing that's happening. Okay, what are you going to do about it? They probably aren't going to do anything, or they're like, I'm going to bring attention to it. Okay, and then what? Well, then it's going to get taken down, and we're going to fix it. Okay, and then what after that? And then we'll be good after that. So if you want to dedicate your life to a certain cause, I mean, go for it. But me personally, I'm not really. How you spend your days is how you spend your life. So if you spend each day kind of like fixated on all these woulda, coulda, shoulda theories, I do think it is a bit of a waste because you are your own person. Not to say you can't be informed and look into them, but if you don't plan on making it your life's mission to fix, well then that was my 2 cents on it. I had this situation. I parked somewhere. It was outside this gym. I put in one AirPod, and then I hear this lady from behind me just kind of scream, and I said, "Oh shit! What the fuck screaming at me?" And I turn around, and she's like, "Ah!" And I was like, oh shit. I think she was mad at wherever I parked. And I felt myself being like, I know she's not talking to me like that, screaming at me like that. Like, you better calm the down. But I was like, let's see what she wants. So then I walk up to her.
Oh my God.
And she's like yelling at me still. And I get up close to her. I was like, hey, I can't hear you from all the way over there. She's like, oh yeah. You're just not able to park right there because that's where the trash, people come, but there's a parking lot right there that you can go to. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks for telling me, appreciate that.
Why did she have to scream to get your attention though?
And when I came at her calm like that, she got calm, and then she told me what to do. I said, oh, appreciate that, thank you. Yeah, I had no clue. And then I started walking that way. She goes, oh, sorry for yelling at you like that. I sound like such a Karen, right? And I was like, oh, you're good, whatever. And I changed my car, whatever. But that I really diffused. I could have went and brought her the same energy she was giving me, but by me being a nice person, it completely diffused it to the point where she realized, oh, I actually was talking kind of crazy to him.
And see, I had the same thing, but the opposite happened. I was doing the calm, and she was still mad the whole time. I was parking. There's no street parking, so then I found like a neighborhood, and there's like a cul-de-sac. All the cars are pretty much there except for this one spot, but it's not red either. It's just in front of a fire hydrant or whatever. And so I parked there, and then the lady, it's like probably 12 out in the afternoon, walks outside. Hey, you can't park there. I'm sick and tired of people using my neighborhood to park. And it's like across from her house. It's not even like in front of her driveway. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I'll get up and move. No, this is like 10th time somebody's done this. People keep parking here. Then there's no sign, but you're not allowed to park here. Your car will get towed. It will go. I'll call right now and get towed. I was like, ma'am, I just got out of the car. I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to go down the street. No, you can't park here. And it was me being calm the whole time. And she, 40-year-old middle-aged mom, probably as a family, I was just like, she was so pissed. And I think it was more of a frustration of everybody here always clearly probably parks here in her neighborhood and it's blocking something or whatever. And
I could never be that bothered.
Yeah, and I got in my car, and within 30 seconds of her yelling, I wasn't feeding into it. I said, I'm getting in my car. And it's like she didn't care when I stopped talking. It was to keep letting me know, you can't. I'm sick and tired of this. Everybody parks here. I don't know why.
And she just gets upset and
And I drove away, and then while I drove away, she just like had to like watch me drive away. And
it's a sad life.
But it was though. I was quick to turn it up a notch because I was like, damn. Versus, you did what I thought was going to happen, and she was still mad.
People like that, they just lack self-awareness because they don't realize I'm not actually mad at this.
Yep.
I'm actually mad because no one respects me in my life. I'm 60 pounds overweight. I hate the way my feet look.
Yeah. My husband already hates me.
I haven't had sex in 4 years.
Exactly. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like.
It's kind of about the parking spot, but it ain't really.
Yeah.
And
I was like, the
I
amount of
think
her
it's funny.
keep reassuring other people's cars parking here, I was like, she's probably dealt with so many worse interactions than this, and everything flared up. I ripped the Band-Aid off. Oh, oops, I'm putting the Band-Aid back on. Sorry.
You'll live a happier life if you just assume positive intent with anything, honestly. If someone's driving crazy, okay, they're having a bad day, just let them do what they got to do. Honestly, with any situation, because, like, why are you going to work yourself up about it? It's like, that's not going to do actually anything, only make things worse. So it's like, yeah, you see someone parking there, it's like, well, maybe they didn't know, you know? Like,
I didn't know.
Yeah, so it's like,
and I was like, oh, the whole packed neighborhood, there's this one spot open. Yeah, clear, you're not allowed to park there. I was like, I thought I got lucky. I was like, this is the last spot. I'm lit.
But everyone's so quick to assume negative intent, like you did that for
I did that on purpose. I knew I couldn't park here, and I was going to do it to piss her off. Like, man, I never been to this neighborhood. The street was filled. I just turned to the right. Oh, shit, there's a neighborhood. Oh, that looks open right there. And with my responses, I'm showing you I had no idea, and I'm sorry about that. There is we can react to it. I actually could find some clips later, but there's this neurology something lady, and she always talks about science says when you tell your brain this is how you act and stuff. So it's one of those things where, yeah, she just, there's tips and tricks that I've learned from her where I'm like, yeah, it's all about how you want to put that reality in your head for how you can act in the real world. But
now sometimes, because I do like being on my like moral high ground of like, I could never get that worked up or something. But then there's some days where I actually want to get into something. Like when I maybe
too bored,
partial
let some
boredom,
energy out or something.
like there hasn't been enough nothing. Everything's going too well.
Spice up your life a little.
yeah, like for the most part,
Or when you're having a bad day, then you'll turn it up. You have a little bit less F's to give.
yeah,
That's only when my fuses are a little bit short. Yeah, now I'm a little agitated.
like I always look into usually everything too deeply. So that's why when I have interactions like that, I'm thinking about it very deeply the whole time as opposed to just reacting emotionally in a split second. But then there's some days where I will consciously think, man, I got time today. And so
Did that happen recently?
I don't think it
you had
has because
time?
I don't be getting into anything
Yeah,
without like any sort of conflict. I have been thinking about like maybe some like clever comebacks or funny ways that you can deal with people who are tweaking on you like that. And
That's what I wish. I was like, oh, damn, I wish I had maybe not being angry, but something that could have pissed her off. But like, you look like an idiot now.
So I want to see if I can come up with different things you can say that's going to make the person either get even more crazy and rage and just kind of for fun, just for sake, or something that makes them feel stupid.
Yeah, that would be this too, because the more crazy, all you gotta do is just be mean back once, and then it trickles
Yeah,
down.
I want to do something like, or I think I've done this one before, where I was like,
You having a bad day?
I was like, huh? What'd you say?
Oh,
And you make
make
them
them
repeat it. You make them repeat themselves 4 times.
Would you keep saying, huh?
Basically, like they say something, you need to move your thing, and I'm like, what's that? I said you need to move your thing. I'm sorry. Repeat that one more time. You need to move your thing. I'm confused. You're not making any sense right now. And then they sort of like implode on themselves.
Yeah, they would.
Whereas I'm doing it just out of pure entertainment.
That's true.
And then sometimes they might get so frustrated they quit and they give up. I think I have done that before. Like
Just troll 'em.
acting confused.
That's like what all the YouTubers do.
Or one time, this may be f***ed up. There's a homeless guy, and it kind of be awkward when they press you for like, can I get a this and that?
Yeah, it's like, don't ask me. I know what you want.
And I was like in a testy mood, and I was like, what can I say that's like gonna that'll kind of shut him up for a second? Like, I'm sorry, dude, you're homeless. I'm fucking sorry, dude. I ain't gonna pay your bills though. Why do I have to pay? Because you have no money. But I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I said a friend of mine posted, this homeless man doesn't know I'm in debt, so he actually has more money than me. I just have a harder fit on. And I remember him, my friend, posting that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of like a bar. So I'm walking out of Trader Joe's, and this guy says something to me. Do you have any money for this? I said, dude, I'm 30K in debt. What do you want me to do?
I need money too. I was about to sit out here with you.
So I gave him this like stern, like, I was like, dude, I'm 30K in debt. What do you want me to do? And then he didn't say anything after, and I was like, yeah, it worked. He didn't say anything, because it's like, dude, you actually have more money than me. Say a certain number. I'm 15K in debt.
Homeless people are the most free. They don't got to worry about rent. They don't got to worry about going to work.
And car insurance,
Car insurance.
renter's insurance, medical
They
insurance.
just go where they want.
Now, granted,
Or
they're
where
limited
they can,
to,
I guess.
Yeah,
where
they're
they can.
limited to
Yeah.
their radius if they're only on foot, but
It's a bit rougher too, but
you do get to eliminate all the things you just said, though. You do have all this that sucks, but you eliminated all
I
that.
feel like that's why a lot of people choose to want to stay homeless too. It's like, yeah, I don't got to worry about all the stuff I did before.
Nobody talks about that. A lot of people want to be homeless.
And if you guys want to watch the rest of this podcast, just go to mystrawberrypark.com and become a member to see the rest of this fully extended podcast. The community is growing very big over there. We post every single video on this channel early on our website, exclusive videos that we can't post on YouTube, and early access videos from our other channel, Love Live Serve, only on the website before everybody else. Go check it out. Thank you.